Thank you very much for joining us on Parenting Insight. And today we have a discussion that I'm discussing with the ladies on the show where we are looking at smartphones. Have they changed the face of our daughters today? And we have seen in our first segment that truly smartphones have dictated the pace of life of our daughters. I want to hear, what would you say with the coming in of smartphones? What else has come into play?
With the coming in of smartphones, they haven't only negatively impacted the girls' child life. They have also helped in various areas. For example, smartphones, they perform various functions of a computer, including running applications, so they enable easy communication through websites and through social sites, right? And they also enable us to learn. Like during these times of COVID-19, we are learning. We're still continuing to learn through the smartphones. And smartphones, they enable easy access of information. There is various information. So I think they have also helped a lot.
Okay, with the issue of smartphones, I see on the websites, there is no age limit, there is no censored information, there are no restrictions. You know, during our times when you grew up, we would see a BIO, it was written no under 18, no under 16. But with the social media platforms, there is no age limit. Are your life as girls safe if we throw you into such an ocean? We can't talk of a dam or even a lake, but such an ocean. Are you safe from the sharks of the social media? Are you safe from the creatures in the social media? Is the girl child safe?
I think on that point, I would like to also bring it back to the question that you asked before on distraction, whether we're headed towards distraction or not with what's happening with what came with the use of smartphones. I think that is dependent on the society. How safe we are really depends on our elders, on the society, on our upbringing, and a lot of other factors apart from ourselves. Because my ability to select websites, which website to go on to, and for me to know that, okay, porn is not good for me, I should not go there. Online dating, that's a very tricky one nowadays, because people are arguing that, you know, we don't have church conferences anymore, so where will we meet the guys? We can't go out anymore, so we are resorting to online dating. That's people's arguments these days. So that's a very tricky one. But for me to know how to operate applications and which ones are good for me or not, it really depends on how I was introduced to them. Who taught me about them? What information was I given about them prior? So, which is why I was saying it really depends more on society and the influence that we are getting. What is teaching us about smartphones and what exactly is introducing us to that? So that determines whether we are really safe or not.
Yeah, I want to add on. It also depends on morality. The moral fiber that you have, it has to guide you what to say on the internet, what to do, what to use, which information is relevant, and of course with the help of parents, we can know what to do.
Okay, but I agree with what you are saying, that it depends with the society, depends with the moral fiber. But do you know that there are cookies right now, right on the internet? There are cookies that when you open certain sites, right, they can determine that you are a teenager, they can determine that you are old. And because of those cookies, the type of adverts, the pop-ups that comes, they come, if it reads that you are a teen of that, by the way, our information is all over the show, especially on the savers. So it then knows that you are between this age and that age, and they start to pop in adverts to do with sex, with the porn, with this and that. What advice then will work for me, a simple parent, out there in Africa, How best as a parent I need to help my daughter?
Is what the other girls have said, it really has a lot to do with morality. An individual is the blueprint of society because I am because we are. That's,
all right.
Yeah, that's as Jamie put it.
Or we are because I am.
Yeah.
Okay.
The person in me is because of the environment I've lived in.
Ah.
I've associated with many people and I've learned to grasp many concepts of that society, many norms and values. So what a parent can do is to socialize their child into the norms and values that best suit the time and that best suit protecting the image of the child as well as reflecting where the child is coming from. For example, integrating the child into the church values to guide and protect the child. Because if your values, if your moral fiber is that strong, you can, even if on the website they post pornographies or anything of that sort, any foul things on that website, if your moral fiber is that strong, you can be able to desist from those things, leave those websites, search what you want to search, leave the rest, the things that you don't want to use. So the parents should just integrate their children into the norms and values that they know can preserve their child, especially the church. The church has a great role to play in the values that are embodied in the church, their doctrines. They protect the child. Thank you.
I think I would also like to add on that. On top of that, we are, as the girl child is subjected to denial from parents. Most parents assume that most problems are associated with guys. It is rare for you to come across parents that talk about masturbation to their girl child, pornography even to their girl child, and cyberbullying, stuff like that to the girl child. Somehow they think we are immune to all of that, and yet we really are not. Girls are being subjected to all of those things, porn which is leading to masturbation, drug abuse through the internet, cyberbullying and all of that. But at times we are afraid of even speaking out because the platform is not given to us. And the other problem that's there is that the children from our generation and our parents, like the generational gap that's there, it is so broad and it is overwhelming both sides. Parents don't know what to do. They have absolutely no idea what to do, how to do it. They fear that if they start talking about certain issues, they may seem too friendly and they may think that we are
legitimizing it.
Yes. And at the same time, we are afraid of our parents because they seem too rigid and not flexible. But a balance needs to be struck somewhere in between, so that denial, girls are being subjected to all the problems that guys also are going through. But society has put it across as if girls are immune to that. So that needs to be addressed, that needs to be spoken about more. Girls need to be told about the negatives and the positives of smartphones.
There you are, parents. Here are the insights. You may not know that your beautiful daughter or your precious daughter is actually waiting for you to come up and say, my daughter, this is what the world has out there. I want you to stay tuned. It's me, your host, Pastor Petros Dope, on Parenting Insight.